This is 8.2, product of powers property. So the product of powers property says that to multiply powers with the same base, add the exponents. So if this is a to the nth power times a to the nth power, we're going to add the exponents. This is a to the m plus n. With numbers, this would be 4 squared times 4 to the third equals 4 to the 2 plus 3, which is 4 to the fifth. I know this is true because 4 squared is 4 times 4, and 4 to the third is 4 times 4 times 4. They're all being multiplied, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's 4 to the fifth. I could have a power of a power property, and that is where we would multiply their exponents. So this is a to the m, all to the nth power. If it's a power to a power, you multiply. So this would be 4 to the 6th, all to the third. 6 times 3 is 18. And if I rewrote that, I know 4 to the 6th, all to the third power, means I would have 4 to the 6th times 4 to the 6th times 4 to the 6th. So I know I can use the power up here, or the property up here, so I would add all of these together, and 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. And we have the power of a product property. So that is where I have two things being multiplied, all raised to a power. And this power gets distributed to each factor inside. So this is a to the m power times b to the m power. If I do this with numbers, 3 times 2, all to the fifth, I would have 3 to the fifth times 2 to the fifth, multiply those, and you get your answer. This works. This is better to do when we have variables involved. I know that when we have all numbers here, we could follow regular order of operations and get the right answer. But when we have variables involved, like 3 times x, I could simplify the 3 to the fifth and then have x to the fifth. So let's do a few examples. So we're going to simplify 6 squared times 6 to the fourth. They have the same base, so I will add their exponents to get 6 to the 6th power. Negative 1/3 to the third times negative 1/3 to the fourth. Again, same base, so add the exponents to get negative 1/3 to the 7th. X times x squared. This regular x has an invisible power of 1, so this is x to the first times x squared. Add those exponents to get your answer. 4 to the third squared. It's a power to a power, so you multiply to get your answer of 4 to the 6th. X to the third to the fifth, again, power to a power, multiply together. 3 times 5 is 15. We have x squared cubed times y to the third. So I'm going to multiply here, and then I can't do anything else with the y to the third, so it just stays as y to the third. And then a couple more. Here I'm going to distribute, so this is x to the 9th times y to the 9th. And this last one, 5xy squared squared. So this 2 gets distributed to each factor inside. 5 squared times x squared times y squared squared. The 2 times 2 will be a 4, and 5 times 5 is 25. So this is 25x squared y to the fourth.